It was a cold, rainy October night when Emma Carter arrived at Blackthorn Manor. The mansion had been in her family for generations, but no one had lived there for over 50 years. Her great-grandfather had mysteriously vanished within its walls, and the house had been abandoned ever since. Emma, a struggling writer, had inherited the property and decided to turn it into a bed and breakfast, hoping to breathe new life into the old estate. As she stepped inside, the air was thick with the scent of mildew and decay. The grand foyer was littered with broken furniture and cobwebs, and the walls were lined with portraits of stern-faced ancestors. Emma shivered, but she brushed off her unease. "It's just an old house," she muttered to herself. She spent the first night in the least damaged room, a small bedroom on the ground floor. As she lay in bed, the wind howled outside and the house creaked and groaned as if it were alive. Just as she was about to fall asleep, she heard it, a faint whisper, barely audible, coming from the hallway. Emma, her heartbeat raced. She told herself it was just her imagination, but the whisper came again, louder this time. "Emma, come to us." Trembling, she grabbed a flashlight and stepped into the hallway. The beam of light revealed nothing but shadows. But the whisper grew louder, more insistent. They seemed to be coming from the staircase leading to the second floor. Against her better judgment, Emma climbed the stairs. Each step creaked under her weight, and the air grew colder with every step. At the top of the stairs, she found herself in a long, dark corridor. The whispers were now a chorus, urging her forward. At the end of the hallway was a door, slightly ajar. A faint, ghostly light spilled out from the crack. Emma pushed the door open and gasped. The room was filled with shadows that seemed to move on their own. In the center of the room stood a tall, ornate mirror. As Emma approached, the whispers stopped, and the room fell silent. She looked into the mirror, but instead of her reflection, she saw a figure, a man in old-fashioned clothing, his face twisted in agony. "Help us," the figure mouthed silently. Emma stumbled back, but the shadows in the room began to swirl around her, pulling her toward the mirror. She fought against them, but they were too strong. Just as she was about to be pulled into the mirror, she remembered the locket around her neck, a family heirloom her grandmother had given her. She clutched the locket and shouted, "Leave me alone." The shadows recoiled, and the room was suddenly still. The mirror cracked, and the ghostly figure vanished. Emma collapsed to the floor, trembling. The next morning, Emma called a local historian and learned the truth about Blackthorn Manor. Her great-grandfather had been a practitioner of dark magic, and he had trapped the souls of his enemies within the house. The whispers were the voices of those souls, begging for release. Determined to right the wrong of her ancestors, Emma performed a ritual to free the trapped souls. As she did, the house seemed to sigh in relief, and the oppressive atmosphere lifted. Over the next few months, Emma restored Blackthorn Manor, turning it into a thriving bed and breakfast. Guests often remarked on the house's charm and the sense of peace they felt there. But late at night, when the wind howled and the house cracked, Emma would sometimes hear a faint whisper, a thank you from the souls she had set free. And so, Blackthorn Manor became a place of healing and hope, a testament to the power of redemption and the courage to face the darkness within.